Yeah, yeah. Hello, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all better get yourselves up in here. Y'all know who I am and y'all know what time it is. Y'all know it is the queen of radio time. I am right here. I am in the building. So go ahead, come on in, come on in. It's got to be a more interesting ride as much as you guys are coming on in. If you are, first of all, I got to always, you know how I always start off. I got to say welcome. I want to say welcome to all of the newcomers. And if you are what I call a veteran means that you are already a subscriber and you know about how I do things around here. I want to say welcome to you as well. We gotta pay homage and give a tribute to everyone that comes in and talks to the queen. Okay, so I want to say welcome. Get comfortable. Come on into the chat room. Don't be afraid. We have some people that it's a little bit shy. And I don't want you to be shy around here because we are family. Okay, we are family, and I love to see your face in the place. That lets me know that I am doing what I came here to do, and God has chosen me to do it. So I need for you guys to just come on in. Now, what I also need everybody to do is click, like, and subscribe. Yeah, we're going to give you some instructions for all of you newcomers. I need for you to click that button for notifications. So whenever I do a live video, you're more than welcome to come on in, as well as to invite people. And I need for you to like the channel. And the reason why the likes needs to go up is because it shows YouTube that you want to see me more. You want to see more of my face in the place. So go ahead and make sure that you give the likes, and then if you could all be so kindly, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get all of the notifications. It's a little bell. It's a little bell on the side that lets you know that you will be getting all of my live videos. I try to make it all live because I like to be involved with my people. I like to be involved with people, period, because that's the type of person that I am. I just, I love people. So I try to do all of my programming on the live tip and not be pre-recorded, where you don't get a chance to intertwine. You don't get a chance to intertwine with me. So I try to keep it on that note. Now, people say, well, why should we go ahead and subscribe to your channel? Well, the reason why is because this is an adult channel. First and foremost, we have all type of adult contents on this channel. We talk about everything under the sun. We keep you informed. We even have fun sometimes. We talk about travel. We talk about helping getting men out of prison. We talk about everything that needs to be talked about on an adult contents level. So, like I said again, if you are new to the channel, come on in. Just come on in, take a seat, get your favorite drink, get your favorite food, whatever it is that you groove to, and just enjoy us for the next hour or two. I don't know. Sometimes I have a lot that I need to say, and sometimes I don't. So it really depends on what the topic is of the show. Now, tonight, what I need for everybody to do, I need for everybody that tonight is going to be an online class. We're not going to have, some of my videos. We do a lot of fun. We chop it up. We talk about old school, this, that, and the third. Well, this evening, this is going to be a class for learning. I'm planning on dropping a lot of jewels. I like to say tutorial and educational jewels. So this is not going to be wrapped up in about 5 minutes. Now, if you cannot stay around and get a little bit wiser than you were a minute ago, then I'm gonna tell you, like my parents used to always say, the exits are clearly marked. We don't need everybody. We just need the ones that want to have a little bit of knowledge, because where I come from, knowledge is king. Knowledge is not only king, but it's also queen. So whichever level that falls on, we want everybody to be a little bit knowledgeable before you leave here today. You see, for the ones who don't know a whole lot about the Queen of Radio, I am a teacher. I am a motivator. I am, and I try to inspire people. I have taught children. I have taught adults, and I have also trained animals. So my level of teaching might be of where it's supposed to be. So I try to not only be a teacher, I try to be a motivator, as well as inspiring someone or a set of people to do the right thing. Uh, it is what it is. People ask me all the time, can you train my dog? Yeah, I could train your dog, but I'm not going to train your dog. And people say, oh, well, we want to know about Sheba. Yeah, I've trained a lot of black militia dogs in my time and in my day. Do I plan on training any more dogs? I don't know. I don't know. If I decide to do any more training, people have asked me, am I open to training their dogs? And I'm like, well, don't you know, to train a black militia dog, it takes money and time. So, I mean, it's not something that, I've had a lot of men who said that they would love to have their dogs, their pets, to be trained black militia style. So I was like, well, I'm trying to stay in an area of being retired off of training pets, and I don't know. I do plan on getting back in the groove of training children. The children needs to be learned, because there is a lot of information that they need to know about. It's basically for their future more so than ours. But I do have an adult class that I do every 2 weeks, and I will be talking a little bit more about the in-depths of the power of the pen a little bit later. But for now, I want to get into the gist of this program this evening. We're going to be talking about a lot of truths. And if you are not ready for the truth of anything or any circumstances or situation, then, like I said again, the exits are clearly marked. This is not, I'm not going to try to offend anybody. And if the truth offends you, then that means you've been living a lie all along. Okay. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to chop it up. And I might even do a little bit of preaching this evening. I might, the spirit might come over me. Sometimes I have to sit back and let God choose my words. And some say, "Oh, you sound like you preaching." Well, if the as long as the message is gotten out, I don't care how it sounds, if I'm preaching or not preaching, as long as the message has been received. Okay. Now, first and foremost, I want to get down with the get down. We're going to talk about some definitions tonight. Um, y'all probably has paid attention to my thumbnail. It's a reason why I did that. People, I also get a lot of emails from you guys saying, "Girl, you come up with some of the most interesting thumbnails that we have ever seen." I said, "You know why? Because I am on point with the message that I'm trying to deliver." It's a reason why I chose that thumbnail, and you guys will learn a little bit more as to why I chose that thumbnail. And then people want to know, well, y'all have a lot of questions behind the scene, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I want you guys to ask the questions. And the reason why I want you to ask the questions is because I have an answer. And for the ones who don't want to put their message out on the YouTube page, that public page where everybody gets to see it, you are more than welcome to send me a personal email, and I guarantee you I will answer you. If you leave me your contact information, I will call you if you want to talk to me directly. You would have to do that at atorclass101@gmail.com. That's atorclass101@gmail.com. Now, what I need for everybody to do, since we are doing an online class this evening, a lot of my students, my past, and I should say both my past and my present students, always, anytime I tell them that I'm doing an online class for the general public, they like to come in and listen or take the video and listen with their family and try to learn something. Well, tonight I want you to take away from this video. I'm hoping that I can educate you and school you on something that's finna go down that everybody needs to be aware of and be self-conscious of, because this is the problem of my people, my black people. My black people are, I have to say it as it is. My black people are the most smartest. They are the most intelligent people on the face of the earth. But the problem with my people is the fact that they tend to have that nonchalant, I don't care attitude. Well, we'll just ignore it. And that's part of the problem. Now, I'm going to talk about, and these are just my own personal feelings, okay? Mind you, in reference to this. Oh, and for the ones who are coming into the chat room, I will get to you. I will acknowledge you in the chat room as soon as I'm done with my spiel for this evening, okay? So it's not that I don't see that you're there. It's just that I'm on something else right now, and I have to pay attention to, my mental, my evening mental. Okay. I'm on that evening mental right now. So, but I will acknowledge everyone in the chat room as soon as I get there. Now, getting back, I want to talk about resurrection. All right. Because I put in the title of this video, I said resurrection, redemption, and justice for the future. What does that mean? Okay, first and foremost, before we talk about definitions, I want to talk about foundation. All right, foundation. The question is that I have to ask all people: who is your foundation? Okay, Who is your foundation? Now, that foundation can go one or two ways. We're going to talk about the Almighty Spirit of God. Now, you have some people, okay, and I'm not putting nobody on blast this evening. But what I am going to do, I'm going to lead you. If you sit here long enough and listen to the entire program, I guarantee that you're going to pick something from tonight's program and take it and either learn from it or research it for yourself. Because I'm gonna drop jewels, but I'm only gonna drop jewels to where it'll motivate you as the listener and the viewer to go check it out for yourself. Okay. I'm not here to sell anybody on anything. You can sell yourself on it. Now, getting back to talking about foundation. Okay. And on anything that you do in life, you got to have a foundation. Okay. Now, my foundation, and this is, I am a firm and true believer of the almighty powers of God. Everybody don't believe in God. And the people who don't believe in God are called atheists. Okay? These are the people who have chosen on their own free will to believe that we were not created by God, but we were created by man. So then the question goes, well, how in the hell did man get here? So now, talking about foundation, all right? See, because now you have to separate yourself. Yeah, it sounds like I'm preaching, and yeah, I said I was going to do that. Talking about foundation. Now, the foundation of me. I don't know about the foundation of you. I'm talking about the foundation of me. Now, my foundation is almighty powers of God. Okay. Now, I don't know what you believe in, and it's not for me to say whether you believe in God or not. I'm telling you what I believe in. So, and nobody can question or deny my own personal belief. I believe that we have a higher spirit and a higher power that has brought us all here under one creation. Now, from my understanding, if God created the heavens and the earth and all that is in it, then what man think that they can control it? Okay. Now, why they say, Linda, why you say that? Okay. Here's why I say this. It's because we have a selective people. I'm not going to say any names. Okay. This is where your research has to come in at. We have selective people who seems to think that they own the earth. They think that they can create, they feel like because they own the earth, that their money is going to be the power that is driven by the earth. Okay. Now, can I go deep, y'all? I mean, because I see y'all coming a little closer to me. All right. I see y'all coming a little closer. Yeah, y'all come on a little closer, because see, this is going to be a testimony and a witness and some researching for somebody that is paying true attention. Now, I said I wasn't going to say any names, and I'm not going to say any names. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to research this on your own accord. Now, remember, see, foundation. God should be, here I go now. God should be our foundation. He should be our foundation. It should be everybody's foundation. But no, everybody's foundation is not God. I hate to say that. We have some people that feel like that they were created by man. Okay. And they also feel like because of man, they feel like that since they have created the people in the earth, they also created this thing called money. Mm-hmm. They created this thing called money, and what they done with their money, let me tell you what they did with that money. There is a certain person, okay? I want you to research it, all right? There is a certain person that has decided to take their wealth and create poison. I'm not going to say what that poison is because you need to do your research. See, you can get me on a lot of things, but the contents, you're not going to be able to touch me. Not tonight, boo boo. So they have created, and let me explain this to y'all, and y'all can check it out for yourself. This selective person created a poison to do genocide. Now, for the ones who don't know what genocide is, genocide means to kill something, to destroy something, or to destroy a set of someone's. Now, you may want to write this in your notebook because I'm going to give y'all some definitions this evening. And I'm going to give y'all some definitions that's going to tie into each other. Now, if you got the word genocide, genocide means to kill and destroy. Now, this particular person decided that they were going to create this poison. And not only did they create the poison, but they put a patent on this poison. They went so far to put the poison, put this patent on a poison, and then they said, well, this is what we're gonna do with this poison. All right. We're gonna give it a name. Y'all know what the name is. I'm not gonna say the name because you could do the research yourself, right? All right. I'm not going to say what the name is because when you speak it out into existence, they are looking at the contents of everything that is being said. So, which is the very reason in a couple of more months, I'm going to have my own channel. I'm working on having my own channel where I don't have to sugarcoat shit. You understand? I don't like to share. When I want to give a message to someone, I want you to understand the message without me going around the Mayberry bush and bringing your ass back to the original bush for your ass to sit in it. So I have to talk in circles and I have to talk in code. All right. Now it's up to you as the follower or the viewer to pay attention to what I'm saying. You're going to have to, if you know the meaning, what I'm saying, if you know how to read behind the words, then you a bad mother. Shut your mouth and let me keep on talking. Yeah, you a bad mother. Now, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention because I'm going to be talking in code this evening. I'm talking in code. I'm talking in common sense, okay? Something that you need, and see when I say this, you'll fully understand. Now, if you don't fully understand what I'm saying to you, then I suggest you get somebody from the old school. When I say old school, that means somebody that is up in their 40s and 50s that understand the terminology that I'm getting ready to throw out here. Go get them because they will break it down for you to understand where is Queen going with this. Oh, sit tight. I told you, you need to listen to the whole entire program this evening because I'm teaching. And I know my past students and my present students, they hip. They know exactly what I'm saying. They know exactly what I'm saying because I have a classroom that I teach adults. I teach adults how to understand two things. They understand the power of the pen, on how to use the power of the pen against their enemy, and they know how to use the code of silence. Yeah, I teach this every 2 weeks on Sunday. And my past students have said, they come in. I know they're in the trenches, and I want to thank them for coming. Um, they have learned through my teachings, because I cannot be in all places, ladies and gentlemen. I can't be in all places. Everybody comes to me and say, Linda, can you help me with this case? Can you help me with that case? Can you help save this person? Can you help save that person? I cannot save everybody in the world, ladies and gentlemen. But what I can do is take my 36 years of experience and teach it to you, for you to go out and apply what you have learned in the classroom. So I'm going to give y'all some samples of what I teach and how I teach in my classroom, because classroom is in right now. Now, I want to give somebody some definitions, because I don't think y'all understand when a person is talking in code. I'm talking in code, meaning that you need to learn how to understand what I'm saying you need to read between the lines, is what we used to say back in the day. Learn how to read between the lines, because I'm going to tell you something. After I got through looking at the history of my Black people, I discovered, and this is what I personally discovered. I'm not saying that somebody told me this. This is from my own personal discovery, because I wanted to understand why my ancestors, my Black people, could not have let racism and slavery go as far as it went. And then I took a look. I had to do some re-studying and re-looking, and I said, okay, all right, let me start putting this stuff together. So what I came up with from what I have taught myself, I taught myself what I've learned, that racism and slavery came from my Black people walking around in darkness. And the question goes in my head, why would so we were a people that did not have the advantage of learning how to read. They did not have the advantage of learning how to write. They did not get the understanding that they had human rights to say no to the bullshit that they were given by the enemy. Y'all know who the enemy is? Read between the lines. I'm not going to say who the enemy were. Y'all know who they were. Now, with that being said, okay, now, resurrection. Let's talk about the definition of resurrection. Resurrection means to have died and been brought back to life again. Ooh, let me say that again. I said that the definition, and people may want to write this down in their journal or whatever, because I told you class is in right now. The definition of resurrection, it means to have died and been born again. Now, in this situation, resurrection applied to Black people on two levels. Resurrection applies to our ancestors, the spirit of our ancestors, which is still currently protecting us today. Okay? Because our ancestors have gone through a whole lot of shit. They have suffered, they have sacrificed, they have strived in order for us to have a better life and to continue to be free. Now, if that is the case where we are supposed to, that resurrection is coming through our ancestors, Now we got to be resurrected again. And the reason why we got to be resurrected again is because the enemy is not through with us. And I've been sitting back. I've been observing. I said, okay, I see what they're doing. See, the enemy right now, the enemies is not coming with guns or whatever weapons. You know what they're using against our black people? What they're using against us today, ladies and gentlemen, is called the power of the pen. This is this is what they're doing. And I want y'all to pay attention. They are sitting up on their ass, congregating amongst themselves about how they're going to control the world. So I'm like, okay, who gave y'all that authority to do that? Now, here come the narrative. Here come the narrative, y'all. They're saying, oh, I mean, it's bad enough if you look up, the skies are not right. Have y'all, I'm telling y'all, if you want to come out of slavery, because slavery, the definition of slavery is being kept in darkness. That's what slavery is. If you want to write it down, write it down. What is the definition of justice and injustice? Justice is the definition of justice is when you have been treated fairly. Okay? Injustice means that you haven't been treated fairly for whatever the circumstances or whatever the reasons were. Now, we're gonna put all of this together. Oh yeah, we're gonna put it all together. Now, redemption. The word redemption. That means that somebody or something needs to be forgiven. And you can do that one or two ways. You can do a redemption by being forgiven and let all is well. Or you can have redemption through paying for it, paying for the damages that has already been done to the ones who have been done wrong. Now, that's when you come into the definition of reparation. Okay? See, redemption and reparation, they are in the same category. But the only difference is reparation can be anything that you choose as a relief of forgiveness. I don't think y'all heard me. I said a relief of forgiveness. Now, reparation can be in the form of money. It can be in the form of money. And I keep hearing a lot of people say, oh, we are due reparation. So what I do, ladies and gentlemen, I teach this in my class. I teach them about how they can obtain their reparations if they want the money side of it, or do you want something else from it? Do you want to be set free? See, all of this type of stuff, let me tell y'all, and this might blow somebody's mind, but slavery starts up here. Slavery starts with the way you think about things. You can still be in slavery by the way that you think. If you think that you are in slavery and that you are in jailed by the system, then that's you. It's called a choice. That's what that's called. It's called a choice. So I've given you the definition of reparations. I hope y'all been taking notes, because I do this with my own class, with both my past and my present students. I tell them, I hope y'all been taking notes, because it might be on your final exam. You're going to be tested. And right now, the enemy is not through with us. And don't you guys know that we are still in slavery. Some of us is still in slavery. And some of us is saying they don't care about being in slavery. And if you don't care about being in slavery, then guess what? That is a choice, mind you. Because like I said, slavery starts up here. See, you can't see, maybe this is just me, but I'm not going to allow somebody to come into my personal space and tell me that they're going to do something without my consent. See, slavery and racism started long before we got here. And the reason why it carried over to us today is because they didn't know any different. They didn't know that they had rights. They did not know that they could say no. They did not know. Nobody, see, and then, the enemy decided, well, we're going to keep black people separated. Because if they get together and start to communicate, then they're going to find out a whole lot of stuff that they wasn't supposed to find out in the first place. See, as long as the enemy is keeping us in darkness, we'll never move. We'll never move. So now here comes what I want to bring up about the thumbnail. If we don't, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to not only, people say, oh, I'm woke. I'm woke. No, you're not. You ain't woke. You know why you're not woke? Because you ain't made a move. You have not made a move to come together to say, okay, this is how we're going to handle this problem. Because you got selective people. Now, I got to go back to that certain person that I'm talking about, y'all. This certain person has not only patent poison, but this certain person had decided that they're not going to give the cure for the spreading of that mysterious disease. Now, I'm a true believer. I'm a true believer that if God had created it, you can best believe that he got a cure for it. I don't believe, and then here come another narrative. Oh, well, there's not going to be any more food to eat, and in order for you to get food, that means you got to go to the source. You got to go to the source who created this problem of genocide. Now, with this so-called, and y'all know the poison that I'm talking about. I'm not going to I told you, y'all are going to have to read between the lines. Okay? Now, if I was in my own class with my students, I would be saying the name of the person and the people that's tied to it. But due to the fact that I'm on somebody else's platform, and I know that this is not my platform, I have to be conscious and aware about how I say things and why I say it. That's the reason why I say in a couple of more months, the Queen of Radio is going to have her own channel. And that way, not a motherfucking his mama going to tell me what the fuck to say. And I mean that with every damn thing I love. Now, but since I'm here, okay, I got to be what they call politically correct. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we're not living in a time of racism no more. Okay, it's not even a racist problem right now. The problem that we are facing right now is you got a bunch of selective people. I told you I wasn't going to mention the name. You got a bunch of selective people that has decided and took it upon themselves to make a decision for us without our consent. Now, in order for them to stop doing what they're doing to our people, you see, the spirits, our ancestors is already looking over us. We are already protected by two sets of blood. We are protected by the blood of Christ, Jesus, God, his son, and we are protected by the blood of our ancestors. Ooh, come on, somebody. Mm-hmm. And maybe y'all don't believe that, but I surely do. I surely do. I'm not here to change anybody's belief. I'm just telling you that my God is my only and number one power and source. Okay? Now, what you believe in, I ain't got no control over that. And I'm not here to change your mind one way or the other. But what I am here to do is to help y'all to stay woke, because we need to start educating ourselves with the power of the pen. We need to educate ourselves, because that's how the enemy is fighting us right now. And it has nothing to do with the narrative of what they want us to believe through the media. No, no. You see, I told y'all there is a level of deception and there's a level of deceit. And you got to know which one you're going to fall under. Either the Bible says you cannot serve upon two masters. You're going to have to make a decision. And we, as a nation of people, we're going to have to make a decision on what master we're going to serve upon. Because you can't see what's going to happen is, if you seem to think that you can serve both masters, you burning the candle at both ends, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. You're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because there used to be a play back in the 1980s. Your arms is too short to box with God. Your arms is too short to box with God. And the last time I checked, he did not need no partners. He didn't need no partners to come tell him that I need you to help with God's creation. God never said, let me send you a memo. Let me send that through your computer that I need you to be in charge. It ain't gonna work that way. So what I need, I need for people to pay attention. We as a people and race of people, regardless of your color, your skin, whatever the contents of your character, this, that, and the third, we need to wake up and stay woke. Because what they're doing, they're making decisions, the enemy, they're making a decision without our consent. Now, if you are okay with that as a race of people, then okay, then continue and do nothing. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Y'all see that thumbnail that I put up for this video? It looks like a robot. You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna go outside, and that's what your neighbors is gonna look like. They're gonna look like artificial intelligence. Because that's the direction that the enemy is traveling in right now. See, you're gonna wake up, and everybody you're gonna go outside your door, and everybody is gonna look like that thumbnail. It's not gonna be, if they're planning on taking the planet and making it artificial intelligence, that means that everything is going to change. And see, my question is, are we ready for that change? Ain't no sense of, see, my whole thing is, ain't no sense of running to another country and avoiding the whole situation. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have the power of the pen to move some shit. It's called reading. It's called writing. It's called researching. Yeah, they owe us a lot. But you know what? There's a way to get it. It's not to go through who they put in charge, and y'all know who they put in charge. That's not the way to go about doing it. That's not the way to go about getting what is owed to us. The way you're going to get what is owed to us is by reading, writing, researching, and using the power of the pen. And I hope that I've made myself clear with that. Now, I'm going to move on to the next part of my presentation this evening. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for the ones who are sitting in the trenches listening so due diligently. Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me some of your very, very valuable time. And I want to thank the ones that are coming into the chat room and hanging out with the Queen of Radio this evening. Now, there are 7 signals. If y'all want to write them down, for the ones who love to do research and do their homework, do diligently, there are 7 signs that the enemy is portraying right now that you need to pay attention to. And these are also the same signs that was placed in the Bible. The Bible says there are 7 sins. Well, guess what? For 2021, for the year that we are in, the enemy is also portraying these signs. Now, you say, how is that possible, Linda? Okay, I'm going to tell you how it's possible. The number 1 sin is called pride. You see, pride means that you put a self-value and a self-worth to yourself. Now, sometimes you can have too much pride. Too much pride is when you see yourself knowing that you're getting ready to drown in a lake and you don't ask for nobody's help to come save your ass. See, that's called having too much pride. See, right now, the sin of pride is being used by the enemy because they seem to think in their heads that they can just do whatever the hell they want to do without our consent. Mm-hmm. So sin number 1, and if you want to write them down, or if you like listening to me so much, you're more than welcome to, after this this live is over with, you're more than welcome to come back and go over the tape again to where you can take your notes or use it as a study guide. Now, sin number 2, and I want to make sure that because I always keeps my notes. I always keeps my notes. Wait a minute, I gotta pull up my notes here. Yes. Sin number 2 is envy. They are using the power of envy against the black race for this reason. Envy means that some people is being subject to hatred for no apparent reason, or they're subject to hatred because we're black. They're envy of us because, okay, I got to be blunt with this, y'all. We are God's chosen people. I can't say we are God's favorite people, but I can say we are God's chosen people. Now, we didn't ask to be God's chosen people. And the reason why I say we are God's chosen people, because according to the history, not only throughout the dynamics of the Bible, but throughout the dynamics of research, we were the first here that God put on planet Earth. And guess what? We're going to be the last when all of this shit is all over with. So, and the reason why I say this, it's been proven. Do your research. Do your research. Look it up. We were the first, and by God damn it, we're going to be the last. And with that being said, If we are God's chosen people, see, God made a point for us to be melanated. God made it a point to put melanation and pigmentation in our skin for us to be protected by all of these damn so-called man-powered control diseases. See, you don't have to worry. Okay, here's some more homework I'm gonna throw at you. You don't have to worry when a person goes to sleep at night. You don't have to worry that our skin will discharge bugs. And how bugs came about, they call bed bugs. Y'all remember the children's story, sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite? Do your research and find out where that came from. Because guess what? It didn't come from black people. Can I get a little closer? Y'all, are you feeling what I'm throwing at you this evening? Are you feeling what I'm saying to you this evening? Now, in reference to that, we are God's chosen people. We have multiplied. We outnumber each and every race out there. Now, if these other races can't make money off of us, they're doomed. See, so they want, here's a catch-22. They don't want us to go to another country and build ourselves up. But then again, they think they're gonna let us, make us stay here for them to do whatever the hell they want to do without our consent. See, you can't have your cake and eat it too unless you're the one who baked the damn cake. Y'all heard the saying. You can't have your cake and eat it too unless you are the one who actually made the damn cake. So this is what I'm saying about this pride and this envy. They already envy of us as a race of people. They don't want us to go, but damn, they don't want us to stay either. So where are we going to have to find that thin line? See, God says, you know what? I believe from God's message, we're going to get our separation. Black people, we're getting our separation right now. Y'all ain't been paying attention. You see, we're getting our separation, and we really don't have to go nowhere. We ain't got to go nowhere because we're living in Africa. What the hell we gonna go to another country for when we already living in where we need to be? See, they're gonna cause this separation. They're doing that right now as we speak. And that's a good thing. You know why? Because they're saying, well, if you don't take this poison, y'all know what that poison is. And I'll tell you about the dynamics of that poison. See, the poison has been set up like this, and y'all can do the research on it. The poison is set up to numb on the. See, they want the enemy. They want you to take that poison 3 times, and I'm gonna tell you the dynamics of the 3 times. The first time is for it to figure out if your system can handle it or not. Then the second time is to numb your nerve system. And then on the third time, it's either going to turn you into something that that God had created you to be, or it's supposed to kill you. So now they're getting ready to say, oh, well, if you don't do this, then you can't work at our jobs. Okay, I'll tell you what we do. How about we go ahead and let the enemy, let them keep their jobs and create our own jobs in our own community. We've done it before, we can do it again. See, you got to understand something. Who can live without whom? Can we live without the enemy? Or can the enemy live without us? Who needs whom here? That's the question you need to be asking. So you want to go up and then they want to say, oh, well, we'll just start taking stuff away from you. You got to be a good and bad little girl and boy, and we'll give you some credit, and we'll give you some of this, and we'll give you this to survive. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We need to start now. We need to start now using the power of the pen to say, no, we're not going for that. Now, if you don't want us, see it right now, it's a catch-22. They're saying, well, if you don't take this poison, we can't allow you to make an income. Really? That's how we doing this right now? Okay. Well, the poison, and I want y'all to check this out for yourself. The poison was made back in 1984, y'all. This has been done with the power of the pen. It has, and this is the reason why people say, well, how come we didn't know about this? The reason why you didn't know about it, because it was done using the code of silence. This is how the enemy is working right now. They've been plotting and scheming and this, that, the third. But see, God says, if you are a true believer of the almighty power at B, God says, you don't move my people. I move my people. My people ain't got, these people ain't got to go nowhere. Where you think you going? This is yours. I put you here first. So why in the hell would you just, if I gave it to you first, that's like, okay, that's just like me giving you a piece of real estate. That's like me giving you some land. I say, look, take this real estate, take this land and go build yourself your own, your own structure. And then you go and say, oh, well, I don't know if I want to keep it. I'll just go ahead and pay attention to what the enemy has to say. The enemy has told me that I'm not worthy. Wait a minute. No. Excuse my language, but you got that fucked up. You got that all fucked up. So they are creating in secret. Because you know why they're doing it in secret? Because guess what? None of us knew about it. Can anybody honestly say that they know what the enemy is doing to what's going to affect everybody's life and the way somebody lives? Why would you see going someplace else, and trying to rebuild all over again? That just means that you gave up what God had already given to you. Why would you do that? If my parents gave me some real estate and they said, Linda, we're giving you this property for you to hand it on from generation to generation, why in the hell would I just turn it up and give it to somebody else? That's crazy as hell. So here come the narrative. See, it's going to get to a point. They want to go ahead and do all of these so-called injections and all this bullshit. And they didn't already said back in 1984 that they were planning on doing genocide. They said that back in 1984. And now what year is it today? 2021. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Nobody paid any attention. Black people are and I love all of my black people. I truly do. But my black people need to either wake up and help to end this foolishness, to put a stop to this through the power of the pen, or you can be like our ancestors and stay in darkness. Those are your choices. Those are your choices. Now, getting back to the signs, here's some more signs I want to share with you. Number 3 is called lust. That is the sign of lust. Now, lust can be a multitude of things. Lust can be sexual. It can be sexual. It could be the over desire of something sexual, or it can be the desire of lusting after money or something of a possession, and in this case, the lust of being in control over something that they don't own. Oh, I need to say that again. They want to be in control. The enemy wants to be in control over something that they don't even own. How you gonna take ownership over something that you didn't even create? Huh? What? See, they're doing too damn much. You got the enemy trying to go to all these other different planets and taking rocket ships and messing with the sun. Why are you messing with the sun? Why do you need to be messing with the sun? What is the sun doing to you to the point where you need to mess with it? Now, see, what's going to happen is all that you have called yourself trying to create off of the sweat and tears of human beings, it's going to backfire on you. It's getting ready to do that now. The sun don't even shine the same way. Y'all need to pay attention. The sun is not that bright yellow that we're so used to looking at. It's more like a dim gold yellow. I want the next time when y'all go to sleep tonight, I want y'all to, if the sun comes out where you live, I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to everything around you. Because as long as you are paying attention to everything around you, the enemy can't get near you. Amen? Now, number 4 and 5 is called anger and greed. Are they not greedy? Is the enemy not greedy about trying to be in control over a earth of people that they did not create? Greed. And see, that's going to be the death of them. And they don't even realize it. I don't know if they even care. But you know what? You're going to keep doing so much greed and trying to take control over something that you don't own, and it's going to wipe your ass completely out. And then you're going to sit back and say, oh, how that happened? See, greed is when you want more than your share. Greed is the definition of greed is when you want something that don't belong to you. God says, these are my people. I created the heavens and the earth and all that is in it. It did not say that I needed a partner. Y'all know the name of that enemy. I'm not going to say the name of the enemy, y'all. You're going to have to learn to take notes and read between the lines as to what I'm saying today. Now, greed and number number 6 and number 7. Gluttony. Gluttony and sloth. Now, according to the Bible, gluttony means that you have excessive eating and excessive drinking of anything. Alcoholics, people who are addicted to drugs or this, that, and the third. And I'm gonna tell you something about the enemy. The enemy, using the power of the pen as well as the code of silence, how they portrayed that sign of evil. They put, I want y'all to pay attention to this also. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to go wherever you live and look around for how many places where they sell alcohol. See, that's part of the setup. That's part of the setup. You got, if you got more than, now when you go to selective areas, so I say selective areas, I ain't say nothing about race now. When you go to selective areas, there are no liquor places there. There are no bars there. Why is that? That's to keep, they know what Black people's weaknesses are. At least they think they do. See, they figure, well, they either going to use drugs because Black people can't put drugs in. I mean, they don't know, that's not our MO. We don't go around trying to make drugs and sell drugs and stack drugs. See, they were taking drugs. They were bringing drugs from someplace else. But they made damn sure that them drugs was planted in the Black communities, so it could have us all discombobulated. See, I don't even, I drink on occasions. Only time I drink is when, like, I'm celebrating a birthday party, or I'm at a party of some sort, or we're having a barbecue and we're just chilling out. But other than that, I don't see the purpose of having liquor. See, so what I want you guys to pay attention to, all of your communities that have liquor stores, because they know for a fact if you got that liquor, you're gonna act a damn fool. Black people are gonna act a damn fool on any given occasion. So my thing is, when I was coming up, we had took the initiative to get all of the alcohol, alcohol places out of the community, because we didn't need anything else that would be of what they call substance abuse. We didn't need nothing like that. And we also, another thing I want everybody to do, we're going to start controlling the so-called officers. We're going to start controlling, instead of, and here's some solutions. Instead of, they talk about defunding the police officers. No. You're not going to defund them. You know what we're going to do? What each one of these communities, what everybody needs is take this information back to your community, and you need to put this in effect. You need to get a list of all of your so-called officers of that community, and you're going to do an evaluation. If there's a bad officer that don't need to be in your community, you need to write his ass up. And how do you write them up? The power of the pen. You tell that, you send a letter to them and say, this particular Mr. So-and-so is not allowed in this community ever. Now, if you bring this officer back into this community against the consent of the community and people who live there, then guess what? You guys are going to do affidavits. And this is also something that I teach in class. You don't do a petition, you do an affidavit. And I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. An affidavit It's saying that this is your demand. You're not asking for a damn thing. You're telling them what they're not going to do. And if they don't do it, then guess what? You know what you're gonna you know what you're gonna have? You have the power of the pen to write that person up and then file charges against the officer that you don't want there. That's what you're gonna do. And the second thing that needs to be done, you need to get each and every one of those officers evaluated. When I say evaluated, you need to find out if they're Cocoa for Cocoa Pops. If they're not dealing with, if the elevator shaft don't go all the way up, if they have a racist problem, and you need to also demand to get that report. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all have the right to ask of any department that works in your community to get a full report of the mental capacity of an officer that is not supposed to be there. Okay? Now, as far as in my class, I teach how to deal with officers when you are stopped. I teach that. That's part of the power of the pen. My classes are going to be open the 1st of October. So anybody that's interested in being interviewed, because everybody will not be allowed into my class. I have to interview you first, and then we'll talk about the price of the class. It doesn't matter how much the class is if you don't qualify to be there. So, but I will say the doors are open for my fall class. And if you want to get a reference about how I teach, I will ask any of my past students if they would be so gracious enough to give a referral on my behalf. But folks, we need to wake up, because if you don't stay woke, like that thumbnail that I put up with this video, that's what your neighbors is going to look like. That's what your family is going to look like, because you decided that you're not going to say anything about it. You decided that you don't care. And if you don't care, then move over to the side. Go to it. Let them continue to control you because you want to be controlled. But me, I'm going to tell you something. I love my people. I love my Black people. I love my family. And I love my friends. And I want to see them to be able to hug me every now and then. I want to be able to argue with them every now and then. Now, I'm not saying that I need to be in my family's face every day, because some family members, if you don't never see them no more, it'll be all right. But we know about them special ones, okay? But on a regular, I want to be able to hug my family. I want my family to be able to hug me. I want to be able to have a decent conversation with people. And people, we as a people, it's no longer about race, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming down the line. What it's about is that they're trying to find a way to be in control by any means necessary. Even if that means turning each and every one of y'all into a artificial intelligence. Now, number 7 of the signs is lazy. Being lazy is a sin. So, if you are one of the sins, if you look at yourself, don't look at me, look at yourself. Which one of these sins apply to you? Only you can tell that. I don't know. I don't know you like that. Only you know. But it's time out to be lazy. It's time to learn what you need to learn in order to defeat the enemy by the same way that they call themselves trying to defeat us. And they're trying to defeat us through the power of the pen. And it's time for people to learn what we can do and what we cannot do, and what we are willing to do. And that's all done through the power of the pen. Now, next part of my lesson plan for this evening, there are, and you might want to write this down because I'm also going to give this to my people in my class. There are 7, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but 7, anything that's done in the number of 7, it means to be completed. So anything that you do that consists of the number 7, that means completion. Now, I'm getting ready to give y'all 7 self-survival skills that y'all need to write down and apply to both your own household and your family, because the enemy is not going to care when it comes time. And if you're not being aware and conscious enough about what's going on around you, then stay in darkness. But for the ones who wants to make a change, be a part of the change, be a part of that movement, then we'll be over here. Okay? Because now it's not a question of color or race, because now they're setting it up, the enemy, they're setting it up for all races to be going back into slavery. And slavery, I gave y'all the definition of slavery. Slavery is called darkness. If you want to be kept in darkness, then go right ahead. But I'm going to sit over here on this side with the people who want to be in the light. Okay? Now, these next 7 steps that I'm going to give you is the 7 steps of self-survival. 7 steps of survival. And my class tells me sometimes I go a little bit too fast. So I'm going to try, I'm going to try to slow it down to give people an opportunity to write it down as I'm saying it. Or, like I said, you are more than welcome to come back and listen to the video in its entirety, or wherever the parts may be that you need to pick up at. Number 1, survival. The very thing that you need to have that's a part of your survival kit is several copies of your own birth certificate. Yep. And I will try to help y'all to understand why that's necessary. You need to have several. I'm going to say this slowly, and I'm going to say it twice. You need to have several copies of your birth certificate. Why? The reason why, because it shows that you are a human being of the flesh and blood. You are human. Okay? And everybody needs to go out and get themselves a self ID. When I say self ID, I'm not talking about going to that state office. I'm not talking about a driver's license. I'm not talking about what they call a state ID. I'm talking about a human being ID. You need to take a picture of yourself and say that you are a human being and have it laminated and keep that in your wallet along with your birth certificate. You know why? Because artificial people can't do that. But real human beings can. You need to have that. Every person needs to have that. Every human being needs to have that. Because the enemy is using the power of the pen right now. And y'all need to do your homework. You need to have those types of credentials on you at all times. Just like you travel with your car keys or the keys to your house, you need to have that type of protection for yourself. Number two, it is time to learn how to grow your own food. Yep. And next year, I'm going to be having a class, which is also a part of my regular class. We're going to talk about gardening and be like, we're coming to that point, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to the point where we need to learn how to have self-survival. As well as we make the transition of doing a separation. Because with what they're doing, it's going to push us. It's slowly pushing us in that direction. But you need to be conscious enough to know what it is you need to do. So that thing you need to learn and see. Next year we're going to talk about turning the soil. The soil needs to be your soil needs to be tested. We got to find out if there's any chemicals in your soil. We're going to go through all of that next year on how to plant your own vegetables and your own gardens. And another thing we're going to do, I'm going to have a list of Black-owned farmers that you guys are more than welcome to send me an email where you can get your fresh produce and your fresh your fresh poultry, your fresh meats. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more. You're gonna have to pay a little bit more, but I have the list of farmers that will be that is in everybody's area. I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to say where these people are located. I'm just going to say that there are some Black farmers across the United States. Okay. If you need to know, if you need a specific area, then you will have to email me and I will give you that farmer's information where you can contact that farmer directly for your vegetables and plants and stuff. Yeah, it's getting to that point. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of the bullshit. I really am. I'm just so sick of the bullshit. The enemy tells you one thing and then they hide a rock behind their back and up to something else. Now, I will be also doing a video for all the different types of vitamin A's and minerals that it takes to fight off diseases internally. Because God has already gave us melanated skin to fight it off, on the outside. But I'm going to be sharing how to fight off the diseases on the inside. Okay, that's coming up. That's also coming down the pipeline. Number 3, you guys need to start stocking up. You need to start stocking up. I know you may say, well, we're going to put a little bit away now, put a little bit away later, because the transition is not. I got to be real about this. The transition is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but they're pushing us that way. We're not interested in harming anybody because that's not in our nature. But we are interested in getting the hell away from them. Yeah, we're very much interested in getting away from them. And so the only way we're going to need to do that if we start stocking up on our own supplies for ourselves and our families. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to think, if a person had went so far to make a poison back in 1984 that's going to start the genocide of a race of people, then that means that we are all behind schedule on helping to have self-survival. We need to start practicing self-survival skills right now. Okay? And I don't really care. The class is not going to be for everybody. It's not. And then, like I said, I'm very strict about screening who I want into my class. And it's not all about money. It's all about whether there is a compatibility of the mindset. I'm looking for the mindset. If a person qualifies, if you want to learn about reparations, if you want to learn about the power of the pen, if you want to learn about when the code of silence is necessary and greatly needed, that's what the class is about. And it's for a whole entire year. You got to also be dedicated. You got to be not only dedicated and committed. You got to make that commitment that you're going to give 2 weekends out of every month for an entire year, because it is a lot that I teach within a year. I'm taking my 36 years of experience with dealing with the bullshit, and I'm teaching selective ones how to master the skills that I have already mastered. That's what it's all about. So if this class is not going to be for everybody. Let me repeat that. The class is not for everybody. And I will be doing my due diligently as far as screening as to who I want in the class and who can participate in the class. And then we'll talk about how much the class is. Because yes, I am a professional, and this is what I do. I teach. Okay? I'm not always I'm only on YouTube twice a week. For everybody who don't know, for the new people that don't know, I do a live presentation on Thursday nights and on Sunday night. I try to mix up the conversation. I don't like for my information to be stale. I try to, I do my homework. I do my work due diligently to keep it fresh for my audience, because you guys are my VIPs and you will be treated as such for all the ones who come to this channel and subscribe to this channel and yes, I will say this. I will only be on YouTube for a little bit longer because I am in the makings of getting my own channel. The Queen is getting her own channel, and that way I don't have to be censored. I don't have to be worried about being too black. I don't have to worry about educating my people, because I will be on my own channel. So I'm only going to put up with this for just a little bit longer, because they are in the makings of being that. This is the reason why I say, and the people who sends me their email address, you will be the first to know before the general public. You will always know what's going on with the Queen of Radio before the general public. This is the reason why I tell everybody to go ahead and send me their email address to be a part of it. Now, also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the program. This is the month of September, and all of the new subscribers, old subscribers, we are doing a gift certificate marathon. I forgot to mention that earlier at the beginning of the show. We are doing a gift certificate marathon where my birthday was this past Monday, and yes, I had a wonderful time. Thank you all for, like I said again, thank you all for the cards and the love and the emails and the phone calls and all of the wonderful things that you have sent to me. I appreciate it. I had to give away some of the candies and some of the chocolate truffles to some of the elders. But the other stuff I did take, I'm using. I love my gift cards, food gift cards that I get to take to the restaurant. So thank you. But anyway, the entire month of September is the month of travel marathon, we are giving away, my sponsors are giving away hotel stays for promoting and being a part of my channel. Whoever says, happy birthday, Queen, I love to travel too, in the subject line, will be sent a gift certificate for a hotel stay within the US. Yes. And we're not going to start sending those out until we have collectively collected all of the ones who are interested in participating with the marathon. They're going to start sending that out on September the 30th. All of the gift certificates for the ones who have already, everybody was saying, well, I haven't got my gift certificate yet. That is because the marathon is still going on. We want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to join in on the fun of receiving their gift certificate. These gift certificates, you have to pay your own taxes. You have to pay your own taxes on it. I'm not going to pay anybody's processing fees or taxes. That is something you have to do yourself once you get it. And once you pay your processing fee, you will have an entire year. You will have an entire year to use that gift certificate at the hotel selected that you have selected off of the list of hotel chains that are participating with the marathon. We have some Hiltons. There are some Holiday Inns. We got a bunch of hotels. Choice Hotels, the Claridons. I don't know if the Red Roofs are in there, but I do know that the Baymont, and they have all ranked. They have 3 stars all the way up to 5-star hotels that is participating with the marathon. So once you get your gift certificate, you have to pay your taxes and everything on it. And once you pay your tax on it and the processing fee, then you have 1 year to use it. People ask me how many people can one gift certificate hold? It can hold up to 2 adults and 2 children, 2 small children under the age of 12. That's what you'll see, and that's what you'll find out. So go ahead and say happy birthday, Queen. I love to travel too. That's part of the marathon, and that will be going on for the entire month of September and September only. So get that in. Now, number 4 off of the survival list, because I gotta get going here. You guys need to find yourself some Black-owned farmers or farmers, period, and have a list of 4 to 5 of those farmers on hand for your food supply, as far as your meats, your poultries, and your eggs, and whatever else that you need to have in your home, whatever it is that you eat. Now, me myself, I mix my own potato chips. I make my own potato chips. I have a very what they call a potato chip slicer grater, and I mix my own potato chips. I make sour cream and chive potato chips. I make salt and sour potato chips. I make the cheese, the nacho cheese potato chips. I pretty much make my own potato chips, whatever the family or whatever my friends want to eat at the particular time. So all of my and sometimes I'll do a kettle potato chip, the thick ones. So some of them like them thin and some of them like them kind of thick. But yeah, so number 4, you need to have your own list of farmers that is within your area. Number 5, you need to start teaching your children about solar. Uh-huh. And if you are a homeowner and you have your own house, you need to start considering using solar panels. You need to look into that, because in some states it's not even available. But you have to check to see if solar is in your area. You're going to need that for having your own home to be of its own natural resources. Um, That is another one that people need to look into. If you don't know about solar, you need to check into it. You need to have because I have signed up for my house, or when I get through doing my remodeling, because this is going to be my retirement home. I'm not finna start moving all the way around the globe. I may have some now. Don't get me wrong. I may have some other. I may invest in some other properties as a vacation home or something. But this is basically, I'm planning. My home is going to be my retirement home, and I'm going to fix it up to the highest degree of being fixed up. And because I love to cook. Everybody knows, everybody comes to my house for food. So I still make the homemade mac and cheese. I don't put breadcrumbs as a crust. That's just retarded. Um, I don't put breadcrumbs on my mac and cheese. I use real cheese. I mean, what part of the ingredients nobody understands? The macaroni or the cheese? I'm just saying. I make my own chicken and dumplings. I make my own jams and jellies. You see, September is the month for harvesting. And this is the time where this is the time where mama and daddy had taught me to stack up the freezer, because when you live in the Midwestern states, it gets cold. I mean, boy, we get some serious cold days where your face fall off. You feel like the skin off your face is just melting from how cold it gets in some of the parts of the Midwestern states. So I got to get. A matter of fact, I'm in the market for getting a second deep freezer, because I got one deep freezer that got all of my steaks and chops and stuff. I ain't gonna be without, honey. I'm a beef fanatic. I'm a beef, chicken, and turkey fanatic. So only thing I have to do is go to my freezer and make it with some homemade biscuits or something. But yeah, I cook all the time, and people that comes and visit me, they always get a plate. They always leave here with a plate of something. Because whether I'm stewing, oh yeah, and oxtails, yeah. See, a lot of people don't know about them oxtails, and for all of you young people, let me shed some light for you young people real quick. You young people got it in your head that oxtails comes off of a real ox. It doesn't. It comes off of a cow, which by the way, I really don't understand why they call it oxtails when it's a beef tail. And I really don't understand why they charge so much for an oxtail when it's really part of a beef stew. I mean, you throw oxtails into a beef stew and you still got your beef. So for all of you young people that don't understand what an oxtail is, it's a beef tail, boo. So, don't be like, oh, I don't want to eat that. Okay, mama used to say, more for me. I ain't gonna make you, I'm not gonna beg. And I'm gonna tell you, oxtails are expensive. Good Lord, why they got to be so damn expensive? You need to put oxtails on a layaway plan. Jesus. Be like, okay, they give you 4 oxtails for what? 15 damn dollars? Be like, damn, for 15 damn dollars, you ought to be able to have a whole goddamn cow. Oh, okay, that's just my theory. Okay, anyway, back to the list. So number 5 is to teach yourself and your children about solar and get it to be a part of your house, because you have no idea how much money you're going to save off of both your heating and air conditioning bill. Boy, I'm telling you, when you get like a gas bill, matter of fact, if you got it set up correctly, you'll probably be replacing that gas over to electric, but it'll be your cellular, which will help it out. Honey, I love having a $20, $25 light bill. That's what's up. I ain't for all that paying. Yeah, I'm not really all for paying all these damn bills. See, once I pay my cell phone bill, my car note. No, I take that back. I don't have a car note. Once I pay for my car insurance and all of my other different insurances, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trying to be in nobody's debt. So we as a people need to practice not being in so much damn debt. Okay. Number six, and then I'll get to number 7. I know y'all love me talking myself to death here. And I appreciate. Thank you for the. I want to also say, please continue to give the thumbs up, because that tells YouTube that you want to see my program and my video in circulation. That's what that means. The more thumbs up, the more they put it in circulation, because that's your vote. That's your vote by doing the thumbs up. So that's to let you know on that note. Number 6, folks, we need to go back to, I hate to say this like this, but we need to go back to the old fashioned way of communicating. We're finding out that the internet and all of this G stuff, this is pulling sources from the sky and the earth. We need to go back to using the simple telephone. Uh-huh. Y'all know I know everything is not so convenient, but at the end of things, it's really a lifesaver. I don't have oh yeah, and if you have a microwave, I want everybody and their mama who has a microwave to throw that mother out. And I'm going to tell you why. And you can also look this up for your own records. Microwave food, it takes away the nutrition from, and it put radiation in your food, and too much radiation in your body can kill you. So you need to throw them damn microwaves away, because it's fighting against your cellular system. I'm not talking about your cell phone. I'm talking about your cells that is within your body that pumps the blood. Yes, you need to throw that garbage away. Start cooking if you have electric stove, or yeah, use it that way and not microwave, because the microwave is taking away. Yeah, they invented that crap back in the 1980s, because everything has to be fast. No, everything don't have to be fast. You do not have to have everything quick, fast, in a hurry. I'd rather have my food at a temperature and of quality than to dry the food out and loses its taste, loses its taste from eating it. So if you do your homework, you will find a lot of stories that says microwaves help to kill the cells within the inside of your cellular flow of blood. So you need to get rid of the microwaves, y'all. I'm just being real about it. I haven't had a matter of fact, I think I bought a microwave maybe 20 years ago, and when I found that out, I threw that mug right out the door. I was like, "No, boo, I don't need my food warmed up that quick." If you want to substitute a microwave, get yourself a toaster, a countertop toaster oven. Those work wonders for warming up your food, and it'll give your food the even temperature that you need for when you warm up your food. So if you got a microwave, throw that crap out the door. Give it to your enemy, people that you don't like. Anyway, and if you know me, it will be. I have a load of people. Anyway, I'm coming up on 2 hours, so I'm going to try to start wrapping it up, because I didn't think I would be on here this long. But I know y'all say y'all love me talking so much, so it's okay. I guess it's okay. Anyway, number 7, and down to number 7, and like I say, some of you guys like to come back and listen to the whole thing all over again, because y'all just like, me being here. So, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much for going back into the shows and listening to the archives of the show. So I thank you. Thank you so much for giving me some of your precious time. Number 7, Make sure that all of your insurance is covered. If you don't have insurance, you need to get insurance. And the most important one of all, everybody, I mean, if you have car, you have to have your car insurance. You should have your life insurance in case you can't work and you get disabled. Life insurance. You need to have insurance for your entire family. All types of insurance is what we as a people need to start focusing on, because if anything should happen, and this is the most important one of all, if we can put car insurance and all of these different insurance to cover ourselves, there's one more insurance that you guys need to have, and this is the most important one of all for Black people. If you are Black, I hate to say this, but if you are Black, you know for a fact that you are subject to being stopped because you're Black. Y'all know this. I didn't make this up. Okay? And another thing, if you are a gun owner, you need this as well. There is a company called Legal Shields. That is the best company in the world. I think it's the best thing in the world since sliced bread, and I'm going to tell you why. I've been a member of the legal club since 2008. Okay. The reason why it is so important for you to have coverage for your legal tips is because it's not a question, and I don't care what color you are, but I say this for Black people, my Black people especially. They need it more than ever. And the reason why they need it is because it's not if a situation is going to happen, it's when. See, because we have found out that Black people are more likely to get stopped on some bullshit. Black people are being stopped just for being Black. So you guys, we as a people need to have this coverage more than ever. Now, also, if you are a gun owner, you need to be covered through Legal Shields. Legal Shields now have where your entire family is covered. You're covered. Your property, your guns is covered. And if you are faced with somebody trying to make you take that shot, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all need to read between the lines. They have attorneys. See, this is what I love about Legal Shields, and this is my own testimony. I love to be covered 24/7. They cover me 24/7, whether I am in the United States or whether I'm going overseas. I am covered. If I have a problem with anybody to where I need to have legal coverage, let me tell you what I do. I get on that phone. I say, hey, look here, bro. Look here. Let me holler at you for a minute, player. There's a situation that I need your help with. Can you tell me what it is I need to do? And another thing I've always told all of my students, I said, anytime you are traveling, I don't care where you're going. I don't care what state you're in. Anytime you are traveling, you need to have your personalized attorney on speakerphone. You need to be able to have an index card in your car, whatever you drive, to have that on speakerphone and put it on a recording anytime you get stopped by a bullshit officer. Because the first thing I'm gonna say when you get stopped, you're supposed to say, excuse me, what is this all about? What is this in reference to? And then once you get clarity as to what it's in reference to, then you tell that bullshit officer, excuse me, Mr. Officer, but I need to make a phone call to my attorney because he or she needs to be a witness to this bullshit you giving me right now. Okay? And see, when you got an attorney that is at your beck and call. See, I like when I get stuff at my beck and call. Yeah, I like stuff like that. See, I don't know about you, but girlfriend, I likes to be pampered. Because I am all feminine with my femininity. You know what I'm saying? I got to be in there like Prego. So I tell people, you need to be covered. It's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when you're going to get stopped. See, because they're not going to stop their bullshit. You think they're going to stop their bullshit just because they done had a lot of cases that's been going on? And another thing I want to tell you, it is so affordable being a part of a legal club. And I'm going to say this hypothetically, okay? Let's say hypothetically, you get into a real big pickle, like criminal charges for charges that you know damn well that you wasn't a part of. Okay, this is how this scenario gonna go down. When you're a part of the legal club, you call that attorney and say, whoop, whop, whoop, whop, wham, bam, damn, whoop. They're gonna answer your call within the next 24 to 48 hours. And then they're going to say, okay, well, Linda, what's going on? I said, look here, I got this situation. And then I said, I got a friend that is in a little bit of a sticky situation. See, what they do is they have already screened their attorneys. Okay. Them attorneys is high quality attorneys because they have already been paid to be of service to you before you even need them. Yeah, they already been paid $100,000 to be of service to you. So by the time you actually need something, the price has already been paid. And the only thing you're paying over is the leftovers. Let me tell you something. I'd rather need an attorney that's got 30 and 40 years experience on whatever type of case it is, whether it be criminal or real estate. I'd rather for that to already be in place, and all I got to do is make a monthly payment to keep that, and then they'll say, okay, well, for your type of case, you only need to pay what, $2,000, $5,000, depending on the case. Because the attorney has already been paid. You don't have to sit up on your ass and go and do all of these looking for money and doing these obsessive fundraisers when you get into a situation. Oh, my bad. So if you are the type of person that wants to go ahead and get yourself in financial debt, trying to pay somebody $100,000 and $200,000 for the same amount of case that's only going to charge you $5,000 for, and get your case in, get your ass out. Whoop, there it is. Yeah. See, you do the math. See, I'm not going to be sitting around scrambling. I'm not going to be sitting around scrambling for no goddamn attorney. Quality attorney when the attorney is already there at my beck and call. You see, whether I need to have a simple document written up or an attorney to come in on my behalf, whatever I need is there. And what they'll say, oh, well, you need to pay the balance, and the balance may only be $2,000. The balance may only be $5,000. It really depends on your case because the attorneys already got the experience. They're already going to connect you with the type of attorney that you need to be connected with so you can get on with your goddamn life. Ain't no sitting up there, oh, well, we got to raise money. We got to put the house up for them. We got to put the house up for collateral to pay an attorney to do the same goddamn paperwork that they would have done for the next person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I've said this, I've said this to people. When you have the right of ingredients, anything can be solved and fixed. I don't care what the enemy tells you. If they say, "Oh, well, you shot so and so," really? Okay, guess what? That attorney is gonna already be there and say, "Okay, what you need?" They already know your needs before you get through hanging up the damn phone. And then they call you back and say, "Hey, this is the balance that you owe. Now you go and raise your money for if you need to raise money for the case." So I don't have those problems because my attorney and see, here's another good thing that I found out about being a part of the legal club. They have over 50,000 attorneys waiting for any type of case to be served upon. So they can get, this is what they do. And then the only thing you would need to do is come back and get you may need to get you a private eye team. And then with that, they can refer you out to a private eye team that can help you with that part of the problem. Because you're going to go to court. You're going to go to court. Whenever you have to go to court, I'll just say that. You need to know what your options are. Because, hey, a lot of people have found out when you get a part of a legal club, sometimes you don't even have to go to court. You know why? Because guess what? The attorney is going to file that paperwork on your behalf because that's what they done already got paid to do. So I ain't going no damn where. I don't know about you, but see, I'm gonna be covered. I got to cover all this beauty. All of this beauty has got to be covered. Now I don't know, maybe you don't feel like you're beautiful, but I feel like I am delicioso, fabuloso. Yes, I made that word up, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna say, "What the hell did she just say?" I said delicioso. Now, put that where you want it. Now, anybody that is interested in joining the legal club, I have a link in the description of this video that you can copy and paste and sign yourself up and customize it for your entire household. If you don't feel comfortable with signing up by yourself, you can contact me at atorclass101@gmail.com, and I will schedule an appointment with you to walk you through it. Again, I'm not going to get myself in debt for no attorney. Ain't no attorney going to bill me $150,000 for the same type of work that could be done with $5,000. You do the math. Okay? I'm not going to be in debt with no one. That's why I tell people, if you are in a pickle, before you start advertising, before you start going out there getting the general public all upset and all willy-nilly about your situation and your circumstances and raising money for you to have that Lamborghini car when you know that you can't afford a Pinto, you need to check yourself, because what's going to happen is you're going to just walk into being reckless. That's what's going to happen. You're going to walk into being reckless. And then I've always told people, before you need an attorney for something, call your club, your legal. You're part of the AAA Motor Club. You got coverage for your car. So why can't you have coverage for you and your family in the event that you get into a legal problem? Why I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to stress myself over some little semantics. Okay? If I need to raise $2,000, let me raise $2,000, pay that attorney and go about my business, and let me get my ass on with my life. Because that's what those people are there for. I don't try to get in their lane. I'm gonna let them do what I pay them to do, and they're gonna give me a positive result. I had one customer who paid. I had a previous client who paid $25,000 to an attorney, and then the attorney wanted to drop the case without even working on the case. So I said, now, if you had been a part of the legal club, you wouldn't have had that. You wouldn't have had that problem, because their insurance is going to cover any type of mess up that their attorney makes. So you wouldn't have had that problem. You wouldn't have had to go through all of the extra drama and the begging and the pleading. See, my thing is, I'm finna just go drive right on through, boo. I'm driving right on through, because I ain't got time for somebody else with the this, that, the said, and the third. I'm part of the Legal Shields Club, and I invite anybody who wants to cover their own family to take the link out of the description, or you can call, or not call me, but you can email me at HEOR class101, and I will schedule an appointment to walk you through. Now, with that being said, I am going into 2 hours, y'all. So I'm going to get ready, to get ready to, let me make sure that I've covered all of my points here. Let's see, I covered that. See, I always have to keep my notes. I got to keep my notes and make sure that, yeah. All right. Oh, and like I said, for the class will be starting for October. And again, you have to email me for that. Now, let me get over to my chat room so I can get ready to get on out of here. I want to thank all of y'all. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. And yes, honey, I wish I could send you a peach cobbler, but I can't send you a peach cobbler. Okay. If you live in the Midwestern state and I'm in your area, I may even volunteer to come to your house and make you a peach cobbler. But I do not have, y'all are bad. Ooh, my godmother, she's bad about peach cobbler. She want me to have a peach cobbler in my back pocket. Like I go around with peach cobbler in my back pocket. But anyway, moving on. Let me get over to my chat room and see what you guys have been talking about. Big Black American Secret, how are you, my love? Hello and welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming. October. Hey, Linda and chat family. Hey, October. I wonder, is your birthday? Is your birthday in October or next month? Deborah says hello. We have someone who says Maryland is in the house. She said be black first. I could say A to the man on that. So hello, Maryland. If Maryland is in the building, we want to say welcome. Welcome to who all is from Maryland. We want to just give you a big old shout out and big old hug to say thank you for being with us this evening. Shalom. Okay. Slavery started in the mind. Yes. Amen. Power of the pen. Amen. Let's see what else we got. It's time to wake up. We all must be on one accord. And I truly, truly agree with that. If you guys don't want your neighbors looking like that thumbnail that I put up, and I want y'all to go back and look at my thumbnail. That's how your neighbors is going to look like. That's how your family is going to look like if y'all don't get up and start using the power of the pen to start saying no to the shit that they call themselves throwing on us. I don't know about you, But I'm not going. I can't continue to be falling for the okie dokie. That's just me. Okay. Let's see. It's time. It must be melanated. Yes, melanated is super powerful. Amen. Thank you for that comment. Let me see what else we got up here. I feel what you are saying. We are God and the Sun people. They said the Sun people, meaning the SUN. Yes. Again, we have been. We are the first. And I don't care how jealous and envious they are of us, but we're going to be the last. Amen. Amen. Because, see, God has chosen us. We didn't choose ourselves. God chose us. God put us here. We are not vindictive people. You know, we just, to tell you the truth, we really just want to be left the hell alone. You know, that's really what we want. We just want to be left the hell alone. Y'all, you know, the enemy can go do what they want to do with their own people and just leave us alone. And I guarantee you we'll be in a happier place. Okay. Let's see. Classes, she said, Deborah says class is in session. Okay, I'm not going to take that crap. Amen. We could live without them. Can I say A to the man? Yes, we can. We can live without them. And they're getting ready to see it because of the things that they're doing now. They think that a lot of us, a lot of our people are going to take their poison. No. And if they say, well, if you don't take the poison, you can't work with us. Okay. Then we'll have our own jobs and we'll support our own people. That's the direction we wanted to go in anyway. Can I get a witness? Huh? Okay. And we are a peculiar people. Yes, we are for sure. And she said, don't go there with the oxtail. You know, Deborah, a lot of people don't know about them oxtails now. Them oxtail, that's some powerful stuff. And don't wait a minute, and don't put them oxtails with some potatoes. Woo, good. You got to shut the front and the back door. Okay. Okay, you could have given yours to, no, I couldn't. And I ain't gonna even say that name on my channel. No, giving my what to that person. October, that name that you use, I'm not gonna say it out loud. But that name is not allowed on this channel. So just to let you know that. That name has been banned from this channel. Now I don't know what's been going on with everything else, but that name has been banned from this channel. So I don't know what you're talking about, what I could have given that thing. But I ain't giving that thing nothing. I don't even want to be around that damn thing. Okay? So anyway, Legal Shields handles your problems on the highway. Yes, ma'am. They look, let me tell you about them handling on the highway. You can put it up there. You can have their ass that number on speed dial, and they go. Bloop, 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 bloop. How can we help you, Linda? Oh, I get a chill. Shoot, yeah, you know that's shoot. When you say how can you help me? Shit, that's almost an orgasm. Don't be playing with my feelings and my emotions that way. Shit. You know, I mean, you know, I'm just trying to don't say how can I help you, you know. That's some serious that you know, I'm gonna have to go back to try to remember what sex was all about during the days when I was doing that thing. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, they take care of you either way, either way. And like I said, I want everybody, if you are part of a revolutionary group or gun club or whatever, you need it more than anybody. Yes, y'all do. Y'all need to be, you ain't got to sign up with my referral. You can sign up through somebody else's referral. But with my referral, I get an opportunity to have my team to work with that staff. So I get to be able to refer my private eye team out to the people that need it. So yeah, I'm telling you, if you are part of if you carry any type of weapons, whether it be concealed or not concealed, you need to be a part of that. And also, if you are a person who don't believe in taking the poison, they have an attorney. They have a lot of attorneys set to set you up to where they can't look your way. They got paperwork that needs to be done in reference to bypass that bullshit too. So that's the reason why I say if you need to cover not only yourselves but cover your families as well. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see what else you guys are saying here. Uh yes, Miss October the 10th. All right, it's your birthday. Well, if you come back in October, maybe I'll sing you a birthday song, okay? Or well, maybe you'll call me and I'll blow a tune for you. All right. Um and you're gonna have to remind me though, because I can't blow a tune. I do have a live music band called the Sapphire Blue Notes, and them some bad mother shut your mouth and keep on talking type band. They are some of the former musicians of Parliament, and I know y'all know who the hell Parliament, the group Parliament is. They have played for Parliament. They have been substitute for Parliament and the Isley Brothers. I'm telling you, these boys know how to get down with the get down. These guys used to play with some of the top dog when it comes to that music. So you guys got to be on the cut when I bring out them Sapphire Blue Notes. Okay, so yes, next month is your birthday. All right. Well, you make darn sure that you let me know about that birthday. Okay, October with his October birthday. Okay. And she said, wait a minute. She said, if you put the oxtail with potatoes, you'll forget about the steak. Yeah, that's about right. You gonna forget about that dang steak. Well, not to say that steak ain't good, but them oxtails, man, them things are succulent. I'm telling you, them damn oxtails is succulent, and you put it with some hot water cornbread. No, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that hot water cornbread. Going with some oxtails and stewed down in its own natural juices and gravy. Oh, shut your mouth and keep on talking. See, part of me, y'all, part of my family is from the South. So we grew all of our own. I used to be embarrassed about growing my own vegetables, but mama said, shoot, you don't be embarrassed about eating. You better eat, girl. and find you a man that loves to eat with you. So yeah, so I'm still searching for that man that loves to eat along with me. That old fashioned way of doing stuff. We don't do microwave cooking. We cook real stuff in my house. We make that real lemonade and that real iced tea. So yeah, yeah, you got to say ooh wee. Okay. All right, guys. It's been over 2 hours now. We didn't went over 2 hours, and I was plan. See, I was only planning on being here for an hour, but y'all held me. I should say y'all held me against my will. Y'all held me against my will, talking about everything under the sun. But that's all right because that's nothing but love, y'all. That's what that is. That ain't nothing but LOVE love, and that's what I try to bring. And I hope that y'all had an opportunity to take your notes. I hope you had an opportunity to take some notes and take it back back to your homes as well as your community. I hope the information that I've shared with you this evening can be of help. It might have saved your life or somebody that you know's life. That's the purpose of it all. So we're gonna get ready to. I got to bring up my music box again. Um, I'm going to, before I go, is there anything else? I got to say this because I always forget. Is there anything else you guys want me, a comment, question, or concern that I can address while I'm still on live? And please use the page, use the descriptive page after the show is over with. Use the descriptive page to let me know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. If you know what's going on, is there some way I can help you or help someone else? Otherwise, we're going to get ready to close it off. I am Linda Evans, the original queen of radio. Been that way for 36 years. I hope that we all can join here again on the live. And I say again, click like and subscribe. And the only way you got to subscribe is clicking the subscription button. And then I need for you to send me your email address so I can keep you abreast of all the things that I don't talk about on this platform. And yes, I am getting ready to do a major move. Uh, I have to do a major move because it's too many things that I'm just not willing to go with. And they told me it's time for me to get my own channel. So, and not only that, I was also told that there were 67,000 people around the globe waiting to be able to come in and talk with me. And I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that all of my old school people that used to listen to me on the radio, I didn't know that they were still looking for me. So, according to my producers and people who are part of my production team, they said that it is over 67,000 people still looking for the queen of radio. So, with that being said, I want to be able to get to all of my people. I want all of my people to come on in and be a part of me anytime I do a live. So, if the love is out there, then I need to go and get my love. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let's see. She says much love, and I'm going to definitely have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let me pull up. I'm gonna give y'all know I got to give y'all some closeout music. Got to do that. Let me see if I can pull it up here and get things going. There it goes, y'all. I bid you all peace.
Premiumbeat.com. 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 Premiumbeat.com.